So what I thought was, I do very simple rainwater harvesting. So if you allow me to present a few slides, I will start with the soil. We are addressing two problems. One is flooding and salinity of water, correct? One is
Mhm.
flooding. So if you allow me to present a few slides, I'll quickly tell you the basic concepts on which I am working so that we can relate with what they are doing. Uh, all over cities, get flooded in rains and thirsty summers. Am I right, Dr. Hariji? Correct, no? Yeah.
Yes.
So can we hold the soil as a reservoir? It is a simple solution. Can we? This is what I'm working on. It's applicable for all the areas. And of course, I've not introduced myself. I'm, for the new people, I'm an MTech from IIT Madras and with a huge experience with Indian Oil Corporation across the country. Just returning in the senior most position and a lot of passion for water.
He's being modest. He was executive director at IOC and therefore served that organization for many years.
Yeah.
And at IOC in Bombay, in Chennai, at their regional headquarters in Chennai and other places, he has walked this talk of getting them to organize their water systems in a way that there was never any flooding, there was never any rainwater that went out of the campuses. Over to you, Ram.
I think what I'm working is the soil is a living being, as simple. And Ravalji's fine words. Soil holds 6 to 8 times fresh water of all river basins put together on the planet. Now we come to the brass tracks. Let us take a soil diagram. Very, very important. This is called the three-phase diagram. If you take a 1 unit of soil, 50% is solids roughly, 25% is water, 25% is air. And if you remove water from the soil dies. It may take only 1,000 years. One more important aspect is the soil has got the best strength at optimum moisture content. If you remove the water, soil will lose all properties. The question here is, Madam Geeta also raised the question of 2 points. One is the shallow aquifer and another is the deep aquifer. And Madam Geeta was trying to slightly divide the shallow aquifer with a tiles interface. Am I right, Madam? With a tiles interface, assuming that the shallow aquifer gets saturated. Am I right? Shall,
Yes,
yeah,
yes,
shallow aquifer gets. So you want to remove the excess water
yes,
using
and
tiles.
direct it.
Yeah, that's your point. And I can explain to you with a simple mechanism by automatically you can remove without tiles. Yeah, that is called the graded gravel pits. And I also propagated in the rainwater drain itself to put these micro pits. So your problem with the tiles, we can solve it with, you can experiment it in your own area because different applications may be there. Yeah. Let me take the applications directly, immediately. You can see a concreted building in the urban city. What you have done, you are able to see these graded gravel pits. Within the drains, we have dug a hole of 10 feet, 9 inches, and put these stones here about 10 feet. The larger stones at the bottom, smaller ones at the top. Once you feed the soil with water for a larger depth, automatically the soil will absorb the water. Your tiles are performing the duty of making a runoff at a particular layer and throwing the other water out through a pipe. Am I right, madam?
Yes.
Yeah. So suppose we have this simple mechanism. I am doing nothing, replacing Mother Earth with another form of Mother Earth called the stone. The life of the earth and life of the stones are up to the time the planet is going to exist. So here I have answered one of your question, that how to reduce flooding, how to retain soil for in its original shape. You can see the flooding reduction in the there is no flooding in these places. Heavy flooding adjacent. Those live pictures. In 21, it continues to be like that. And more important, the water buying was stopped in this urban complex immediately. The tubules got recharged. That means the shallow aquifer is feeding the deep aquifer also. Yeah, this is the saline water quality improvement. See, saline water quality improvement, we did 2 points. One is roof water catching and using the water. Most important, this place is at Ennur in Chennai, where this ppm of the soil water was about 25,000 near to seawater. With drains are connected to this graded gravel pits. Slightly, in fact, in my present designs, there will be no structure at all. And the water ppm has improved to less than 500 now, surface water. On salinity improvement, I will show you one more live example. This is the graded gravel pits what I'm doing. Within the drain itself, this is in touch with the Mother Earth. So the soil's natural environment is maintained. The soil is not deprived of water. Like Ramkumar, if you don't give me water, I'll have a problem. Similarly, and soil doesn't absorb a single drop extra than what it can absorb. Yeah, this is the simplicity of making these pits in open areas.
Absolutely.
Now I'll ask you. This is maybe my last but one slide. The salinity improvement. I'm sitting in a place which has got almost seawater 10 years back. The terrace water was thrown into a well, and the water quality is improved. It is about around 500 ppm. Salinity is improved because the God has given this gift that fresh water floats on saline water. Live example. This is another beauty. In one of the fine villa homes in Trivandrum, the villa water is taken in a graded gravel pit below these lawns. One layer of sand and a lawn. The lawn is maintained well. These are all natural harvesting, doing nothing, and the water goes into the ground.
Yeah.
And the overflow comes here, there are wells here.
Mm-hmm.
So I give you 3 examples. One is, my principle is by natural methods, recharge the ground. This is what I've been following.
Fantastic.
This is what I've been
And
following. And
I mean, I think
this is my last slide. Harness the magic of rain and the power of soil to absorb water. With nature-based distributed practical. Distributed is very important to meet the water needs forever.
about
Yeah.
water, fresh water diluting seawater of the salinity is something that farmers do, and they absolutely do it. And as I said, I don't think what I proposed is the only solution, though I think it can form a good part for a system of solutions that we might need going forward. This is fantastic. Thanks for sharing.